Good morning, Rebels, and welcome to Studio G.
Today marks our first show of the semester.
Don't go anywhere, Studio G starts right now. I'm your host, Drea Austin.
And I'm Marisol Ibarra. Today on Studio G, we are introduced to the new Hospitality Hall, get an insight of the multimedia documentary series shining a light on police brutality, and learn about an educational therapy clinic.
It has been nearly 2 weeks since a student opened fire at the Parkland High School in Florida and killed 17 people. School began to resume this Wednesday. Here in the Vegas Valley, students headed back to school yesterday after CCSD announced the arrest of the student at Ralph Chanderall Middle School, who CCSD police said threatened the school with terrorist threats.
Former Las Vegas Councilman Ricky Barlow has pleaded guilty to 1 count of wire fraud. Yesterday afternoon, Barlow admitted to the charges and resigned from the councilman in January. The Las Vegas Valley rallied around the victims of 1 October shooting, making more than 3,000 donations within the first few days. But it has been almost 5 months, and blood donations have nearly stopped. One of our reporters spoke with Samantha Smith, a medical technician at the United Blood Services, to explain the loss of demand.
For such tragedy, the entire community came together, but in the following months, blood donations have really slowed down. O-Pos donors are needed more frequently than any other blood type. But there is a need for O-neg blood since it is very universal and can be transfused to almost any patient. The way the local community came together for the victims of the Route 91 shooting was very incredible. But it is important to raise awareness that blood donations are needed year-round, not just when a mass shooting occurs. It's very important to already have a large scale of blood donations available for victims of trauma immediately so that they can receive the medical attention that they need right away.
To get more information and to find your nearest donation center, you can visit UnitedBloodServices.com.
A survey recently went out via email to students regarding talk of student union expansion. Feedback from that survey and more will continue to be compiled within the next 18 months to help decide if this development will happen. Right now, we currently have over 30,000 students, but the student union only suited to hold 19,000. Director of the student union explains the demand, the space needed, and what it takes to begin this project.
Which puts us really on the small end compared to other universities. In 10 years, we could be at 34,000 and growing to 40,000 relatively quickly if that rate were to be what they anticipate. Because ultimately, students would pay the bulk of the cost of the student union. Thus, student voices are the #1 piece in determining what it is goes into the student union.
Studio G will inform you if there are any other updates whether this expansion will happen. Trajectory.
Media artist and the founder of the Forced Trajectory project. It focuses on documenting victims of police violence and effects on the victims' families. This semester, Chan took a group of journalism students and turned them into interns to take part of the projection. With Chan, the group and project is also being led by sound producer Oja Vincent. The interns are learning how to become multimedia makers, having roles such as photographers, videographers, researchers, and writers, and investigative journalist.
I joined the Forced Trajectory project to get a better understanding of what goes into making a documentary and just to be part of a team that's doing something positive.
Community awareness and engagement are some of the goals for this project. The group recently has attended several events around Las Vegas. Most importantly, they are meeting with families and those who were greatly affected by police violence around the community and the country, and documenting their voices and stories.
I'm here because I took a photojournalism class with Nisa, and she inspired me to join this because I have friends that have personal connections to the police department and stuff, and I wanted to make sure that I was able to talk to victims' families and everything and be as considerate as I possibly could.
If you're interested in getting involved, go to trajectory.com. The interns meet every Wednesday at 1 p.m. in Greenspun Hall, room 1120, with the founder Vanessa Chan. You do not have to be a journalism student to attend. Studio G will be right back.
It's awesome. I didn't know what I was getting into. I thought it was just going to be fun, just me in a room playing music. And it's blossomed into something beyond what I imagined. Like, people just love it. There's like, a lot of people are eager and excited to be a part of UNLV radio. A lot of people didn't even know UNLV had a radio station, so I'm glad to be bringing that awareness to the Vegas community.
It feels great. You know, it's a great accomplishment because it starts as something that nobody knows about. You get to build it from the ground up. So it builds your work ethic. It also gives you a sense of accomplishment when it's like, man, we made it. We did something. We made something that nobody else has made. So
it's great to be part of the student community and having to bring something to the student body with music, which is one of my passions.
I feel like it's giving me a voice, and not just for me, but for people who have something they are passionate about. And I just want to, keep that conversation going and let other people see what we're talking about here.
It's amazing to have an opportunity to play whatever it is that you want to play. It's also a great way to connect and meet with new artists, great people, just music lovers in general.
What's up, it's your girl Scribe Cash. This is
the Prince Madison. This is the Takeover.
Played by the Video Games Live Orchestra.
Yeah, on Twitter, @MilesLowMusic and
rap, hip-hop, R&B too. I like to play like any new upcoming music, new albums, new mixtapes. I like to open up with maybe kind of like a hype song that gives people energy. Just play any type of good music and then give people like a rundown what's going on currently in hip-hop. Just good vibes, good music. A lot of radio stations don't keep up with playing good music. So that's really the goal. This is Jalen Young on More Than Music Mondays. Check me out on the Rebel HD2.
Welcome back to Studio G. If you love to party and dance, we found the right spot. Tuesday Blend is a place to be. Studio G reporter Tessa Cardwell has more details on what Tuesday Blend truly entails.
Tessa Cardwell reporting for Studio G at Saki Rock tonight for some dancing, performing, and fun for an event called Tuesday Blend. Let's go check it out.
So Tuesday Blend is a blend of everything hip, which is dance, music, art, and fashion, all rolled into one.
Founded in 2009, Tuesday Blend is the perfect blend of nightlife, performance, and culture in the realms of dance, music, fashion, and art.
Tuesday Blend, it means culture. A blend of music, art, dance, and DJ. That's what it means to me.
Tuesday Blend, for me, is such a big growth within the dance community, and I think Tuesday Blend needs to happen because it brings so many different dances together, whether it's popping, crunking, twerking, whether it's, all these styles come together and just have a bomb time, and I think such a great time. And now I'm living the dream and dancing at Tuesday Blend. Yeah! Okay. I am Stephanie Rodriguez, and I am a professional dancer at Las Vegas. Yeah.
It is the first Tuesday of every month at Saki Rock Las Vegas from 10:30 to 3:30 a.m. $10 for pre-sale tickets and $15 at the door. 18 plus is welcome and 21 plus to drink with a valid ID.
Tuesday Blend is everything. It means dance.
connection and it means community.
If you love the performing arts and a good time, Tuesday Blend is the place for you. A place to have fun, let go, dance, shop from local artists and clothing brands, and to just have a good time. Visit Tuesday Blend's Facebook page at Tuesday Blend, and don't forget to check it out March 6th.
This is a local community event that is the first Tuesday of every month. The next event is next Tuesday, March 6th. Come out and join the fun, and now let's send it over to Chase for our daily weather report.
Good morning, Rebels. I definitely have to check out Tuesday Blend. It's super exciting. So for today, we have a high of 58 with a low of 38, and it's mostly cloudy, and right now currently it is 52 degrees. So for today's photo of the day, we have from the National Weather Service's Twitter account, we had snow in the Red Rock Canyon, and that was on Saturday. Now we have So for the 5-day forecast, we have all sunny. So this cloudy weather will pass over by tonight, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday will all be sunny with low 60s to high 50s, low 60s with a low of low 40s. And then right now we have in the valley, we have Centennial Hills at 44, Summerlin at 47, Southern Highlands at 49, Green Valley 51, and North Las Vegas 46. A light jacket is probably best. This morning at UNLV, we are 50 degrees with mostly cloudy, wind speeds of 3 miles per hour. Definitely, probably a light jacket would probably be best. And then tonight, we have 40 degrees with clear skies, 4 miles per hour. Again, simply just a light jacket. And then our national forecast, on the West Coast, we have crazy weather that is basically bipolar. And then Midwest, we have some rain, down south in Texas. And then the East Coast is actually really gorgeous, sunny and 50s. So very beautiful weather, and back to Drea.
Thanks for the weather, Chase. A new training clinic has recently opened on campus. Coming up, Alexis Ferraro sits down with the director of the therapy clinic, Changing the Community.
You don't get to do an internship, you have to do an internship. It's one of the requirements for journalism majors. You have to do an internship before you can graduate.
Definitely having an internship as a requirement really helps push yourself out there and to just remind you that your graduation is coming up soon. You're going to have to need some work experience in your career. So it's really good to put yourself out there early on, and they tend to help students a lot more. So when you do a student internship, it really helps out a lot.
My goal is to be an on-air personality, and that's what my career is. It feels really incredible because I've been wanting to do something like this for my whole entire life since I was little.
I mean, it's an opportunity to express myself, get my voice out in public, and get heard for things that I feel strongly about.
This station helped me out a lot, gave me a lot of information I didn't know about a radio station in general.
It was really easy to get a show here. I took the classes and did the shadowing. They give you a lot of freedom to do what you like, and I feel like there's a lot of support in places you can get answers to.
It's just an incredible experience because I could take what I learned here and I could turn it into something more.
Welcome back, Rebels. I'm Alexis Ferraro. I'm here today with a professor here at UNLV in the Department of Psychology. She also directs the new counseling training clinic, The Practice. I would like to welcome Michelle Paul. Thank you for coming.
Oh, you're welcome.
Our first show of the semester. We're very excited to have you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. So the practice, the Partnership for Research, Assessment, Counseling, Therapy, and Innovative Clinical Education. What exactly is the practice?
Okay, so the practice is a partnership between two colleges, the College of Liberal Arts and the College of Education, and two graduate training departments where there are clinical psychology doctoral students, mental health counseling master's degree students, and school psychology master's and doctoral students. And they train at the practice. It's a community mental health clinic where the graduate students provide the services under faculty supervision.
Oh, okay. Okay. How long has this been around? Is it something fairly new, or how long has it been there?
So the practice is actually celebrating its 5th year. We opened in the fall of 2012, and that's how long we've been here, about 5 years.
That's exciting. So it's pretty recent, but not too recent.
Right.
Very cool. Is everything going okay since it is still new, or is everything?
So that's a really great question that you ask. You know, I don't know if your viewers know this, but we are in a state of mental health crisis in Nevada. So what that means is we have some of the highest need in the country in terms of mental health, and we have the fewest numbers of licensed providers. So that combination of high need and low providers puts us in a real crisis.
Yeah.
So is it going well at the practice? Yes, in the sense that we are full. We provide lots of services. I'm proud to say that UNLV and the practice and the work that we do is truly part of an engine of mental health workforce development and quality service. And I guess it's a good problem to have that we tend to have people calling, and we try really hard not to have a wait list, but given the high need and the demand, we're proud to be here to help solve that problem.
Do you think the demand is so high because of October 1, or is it just something in Las Vegas that's just the population is really high? Is that it? What exactly do you think it is?
So the demand has been there for a long time and only further increased following the tragedy of October 1st. But this has been something that Nevada has been grappling with for quite some time. And there's been a lot of good things that have made, a lot of good changes that have been made through the legislature and so on, but it's going to take us a while to catch up.
Okay. Speaking of October 1, were there a lot of victims that came directly after, or a lot of victims that are still coming now that went and attended October 1?
So the practice opened its doors that very morning, on Monday morning, to provide free post-event crisis counseling, and we did have a fair number of folks take us up on that offering. And interestingly, though, and this is also really, I think, important for people to understand, there were thousands of people affected by the tragedy, right? And probably, I know I was personally affected, maybe you were too. And within the 3 months following a tragedy like that, most people actually will be able to heal on their own or through their own personal resources, through friends, family, church, support groups, and so forth.
Okay.
And now we're seeing people, though, about 6 months out is when we see people who have developed maybe more formal diagnoses of post-traumatic stress disorder are starting to call.
Okay, and then one quick last question. Who can use it? Is it the community and students?
So the practice is wide open to the community, and yes, the students are part of that community.
She's working on it.
And we have sliding scales, so it's affordable.
Okay, great. Okay, well, that is all we have time for today. We'll be right back, Rebels.
Oh, the station's great. You make friends, you gain skills, you learn how to do all this stuff with audio. It's a fantastic thing.
I can grow with everyone, and everybody supports me as well as I can support them.
I think it's great. I think it's a blessing to have this kind of equipment from the Green Spun family as well as the state of Nevada.
And it's really informative to see, how a radio show really works.
Now that I do it, I have friends, I have people that want to hang out, and I get to play music a lot.
It's very good too because we have all the top of the line equipment to work with, and
and students here that can help you out. So it's a very, very good way to get involved in the radio.
Doing my show, I love all types of rock, and that's why I'm doing Rock Through the Decades. We play the 50s all the way to today's rock music or rock bands. I want them to get the appreciation of how much rock has changed over the years and how it's still really great. You can never kill rock. I mean, rock is like the way to be, the way to go. The name of my show is Rock Through the Decades, and I am Rockin' Gemini. You can listen to this on the Rebel HD2 network. My goal is to be an on-air personality, and that's what my career is. It feels really incredible because I've been wanting to do something like this for my whole entire life since I was little.
I mean, it's an opportunity to express myself, get my voice out in public, and get heard for things that I feel strongly about.
This station helped me out a lot, gave me a lot of information I didn't know about a radio station in general.
I mean, it was really easy to get a show here. I took the classes and did the shadowing. They give you a lot of freedom to do what you like, and I feel like there's a lot of support in places you can get answers to.
It's just an incredible experience because I could take what I learned here and I could turn it into something more.
With the Olympics coming to a close, Team USA has a winning total of 23 medals. They have landed in the 4th place behind Norway, Germany, and Canada. Team USA took home 9 gold medals, 8 silver, and 6 bronze. Only 2 more years until we can root on Team USA again in the summer of 2020 in Tokyo. Until then, let's continue cheering on our Rebels.
Maybe pinball can be added to the Olympics. Have you ever wondered what it could be like to see the largest collection of pinball machines? Studio G reporter Robert Glisson takes us back in time and provides an inside look into the very unique experience.
The Pinball Hall of Fame in its current form was created back in 2009 in an attempt to house the largest pinball machine collection in the world.
You can actually come in and play the machines. It's not a boring, just look at pictures kind of museum. It's an active, hands-on, you can actually play the machines museum.
The machines that reside here go back decades, and some of them are incredibly rare. My favorite one is the Pinball Circus. This particular machine is so uncommon that there's only 2 in existence.
It was $1.5 million to make 2 machines, so in the end they realized it wasn't going to be worth it, so they stopped production.
The Pinball Hall of Fame is also a non-profit organization. Any excess revenue that is made off of the machines goes to various non-denominational charities.
Tim Arnold and his wife started this over 20 years ago, literally with a handwritten flyer for canned goods for the Salvation Army. Not dreaming in a million years it would ever take off, but it did.
This place is so unique. You could go to any town in America and find the same Chuck E. Cheese, the same Applebee's, the same McDonald's, but there's only one of these in the whole world.
For Studio G, I'm Robert Glisson.
You do not have to go far from campus to check out this Hall of Fame. It's located at 1610 East Tropicana Avenue. I think we may have to go after the show.
Honestly, I think so. I like pinball in arcades, so that would be so much fun.
I like how it looks. It's just so different and unique.
Yeah, I could run, but I think I could go to the Olympics for pinball.
That old school feel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. For sure. Make sure you guys go check out the pinball machine. It's literally down the street. This officially wraps up our very first show, guys. Thanks for joining us today here at Studio G. I'm Dre Austin.
And I'm Marisol Ibarra. We'll see you tomorrow, Rebels.